A tragic story out of Texas has become another global headline about Tesla, full self-driving, and whether the technology is safe. But I think a lot of the coverage has missed the most important point. This was not, based on the information we have so far, a case of a Tesla simply deciding to drive itself straight into a house, to smash into a house. This was not a driverless car. This was not a robotaxi. This was not a fully autonomous vehicle. This was a human being behind the wheel of a very fast electric car in a residential street, and prosecutors now allege that he overrode the system and put his foot on the floor. Tragically, a 76-year-old woman, Martha Avila, lost her life inside her own home. So before anything else, condolences to her family. This is an awful story. A completely innocent person was killed in a place where she should have been safe. Now here's what has happened. The driver, Michael David Butler, has been charged with manslaughter after his Tesla Model 3 crashed into a home in Katy, Texas on the 19th of June. According to reports based on the charging documents, he had been doing DoorDash deliveries, and Tesla's full self-driving system had reportedly been engaged earlier in the drive. But here is the critical distinction, the one the media didn't want people to know when they first reported on this story, and it was basically fake news when they did. Investigators now allege that as the vehicle approached a stop sign, the driver pressed the accelerator. Then, moments later, as the car was lining up for a turn, he pressed the accelerator again and held it down. The allegation is that the accelerator went to 100%, pedal to the metal, for 6 seconds. The car reached 73 miles an hour. That's 117 kilometers per hour on a small residential street. No braking was recorded in the final minute. Investigators reportedly found no evidence of a mechanical failure, no stuck pedal, no floor mat issue, no drugs, and no alcohol. And that matters, because some headlines around the world made this sound like Tesla full self-driving crashes into house and kills woman. On the Electric Viking website, I'll put a link in the description below, we have more articles about electric cars and battery technology than any other website that I'm aware of in the world. So check that out. Link is in the description. And there you'll find our videos and analysis and articles about everything going on in the EV world. People even sent this to me on Facebook. Basically those headlines. It is so, in fact, my neighbor said this to me. Did you hear about the full self-driving Tesla crash? I hadn't seen her in months. And I see her, the first time I see her, and she says, have you heard about the Tesla full self-driving crash? I'm thinking, another one of these fake stories. Come on. Yeah, all right. There's been a couple of real ones, but most of them are fake. This is not an accurate way to frame this story. The more accurate framing is a driver in a Tesla who may have been using driver assistance software earlier in the drive, manually overrode the system and accelerated at massive speed through a residential neighborhood because they were in a hurry. And there's more to this story. Just hang on a second. Let's be very clear. Tesla's system is called full self-driving, but it is still officially supervised. It is not level 4 autonomy, but it wasn't even being used at the time. Now, prosecutors say the driver previously searched online for phrases like full self-driving not aggressive enough and full self-driving too timid. That's pretty significant because it may help explain why he was using the accelerator to push the car along at the time of this crash and doing 120 kilometers an hour in a residential street. Anyway, let's be honest here, guys. If you press the accelerator to the floor in a residential street, you are responsible for what happens next. It doesn't matter if you're in a Tesla, a Toyota, a BYD, a Ford, a Ferrari, or any other vehicle. The moment you manually command a vehicle to accelerate violently, that is on you. Now, the driver obviously blamed Tesla, tried to say that full self-driving did it to him. This is a very common thing people do. And they've done this in China, they've done this in the US, I'm sure in other countries as well. Blaming the car is what people try and do. The kind of personality, the kind of person that wants to blame someone rather than accept responsibility for their own mistake. And unfortunately, we're seeing them more and more often in the world. Now, one of the things people forget about electric cars, instant torque is wonderful if used properly. And the truth is, I've driven some pretty powerful cars, and I've got to admit, it can be very tempting to go too fast because it's so easy to do. EVs are smooth, responsive, enjoyable to drive, and exceptionally fast if you want to go fast. In the wrong hands, it also means a family sedan can accelerate with basically the force of a supercar. Seriously. A Model 3 is not a harmless appliance. It is a very fast car. When someone floors it in a neighborhood, the consequences can be catastrophic. So what's the lesson here? For regulators, the lesson is that self-driving assistance systems need clear guardrails, extremely clear driver monitoring, and extremely clear language. And I think people should be prosecuted if they lie and say that it was the car's fault when they know they were the ones pressing the accelerator. Anyway, for drivers, you are responsible. That's the big takeaway here. Don't try and blame the software or the touchscreen or Elon Musk or the media or the car. It's you. These systems can assist. They can reduce fatigue. They can help with lane keeping, navigation, and traffic, but they cannot make a reckless decision safe. Now, guys, one thing I've noticed with a lot of modern cars, and people comment on this, and it's a fair comment actually. People say, oh, I had a crash and I'm really surprised that my car didn't stop me from having a crash. And in some instances, I understand that. Like if you're going fast and you think your car's going to stop you from having a crash, then you're a moron. That's just idiocy. No car can do that. But if you're going a relatively slow speed and you hit a car, sometimes people think, oh, you hit something, or you're reversing and you hit something. I understand people getting frustrated thinking, my car hit something. And I have found of all the cars that I've tested, only one of them prevented me from hitting things. Only one, which is strange because I test this by actually reversing or right into my front drive. And my front drive hits my garage. And I'll just lightly touch the garage to see if the car will stop itself. All the cars I've tested, every single one of them let me drive into the garage wall. They're not hard. I did it very softly. But anyway, the point remains they all let me do it. The only one that didn't was a Subaru Trailseeker. Obviously, actually, and the Solterra as well. The Trailseeker and the Solterra. Now, I'm not saying you should buy that car for that reason, but most cars won't actually prevent you from hitting something. Even though maybe they should. I'm not sure. What do you think? Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. Thanks for watching. Thinking about getting solar, a home battery, or an EV charger? Check out Australia's best free comparison tool because it could save you a lot of money. Guys, click on the link below in the description and you can see how much you can save. Alternatively, give Resync a call. They are the guys who installed my battery and my home solar. I'll put a link to them as well in the description. Need expert advice on what car to buy, what solar system to get, what home battery to get, or potentially for your business? You can get, guys, a one-on-one consultation directly with me, 60 minutes of tailored guidance. This might help you avoid making a huge mistake spending money when you shouldn't, or potentially save you a massive amount of money. Click the link in the description below because I can assist you, and why not? The link is in the description.